The controversy between independence and unification has long been a pressing issue for everyone in Taiwan. No matter what political inclination you have, there are always plenty of dissenting views against you. But after so many years of malicious political struggles staged by the blue and the green, people in Taiwan has come to certain common conclusions. We all agree that Taiwan is an independent country named the Republic of China. The people in this country want to keep the status quo, and it means not to declare independence and not to accept unification. The future of Taiwan and Taiwanese should be decided by the 23 million people in Taiwan.
虽然国际法有争议
Although disputes under international laws remain, the fact of the matter is that the laws of the Republic of China have already taken effect in Taiwan. Therefore, despite the controversies regarding international law, nothing can change the fact that the ruling and sovereignty of the Republic of China has and is still taking place in Taiwan.
本来台湾
Taiwan, also known as the Republic of China, has always been an independent country.
长远来看
Through all these years, the Taiwanese have gradually come to a consensus about their identity. The widely agreed upon Taiwanese consensus advocates that Taiwan is a sovereign, independent country, also known as the Republic of China. In terms of a functional governing body, we are and have always been a country.
Yes, this is the consensus of all the people in Taiwan. We are a country, and the name of the country is the Republic of China. It is ideologically agreed by all the political parties now.
很多台湾人现在要的是
Many Taiwanese want to keep the peace while maintaining the current status quo. Only under the status of peace could we, the society of Taiwanese, have prosperity, live and work in peace, have continued development.
不管你喊统一或是独立
It doesn't matter whether you advocate for independence or unification, because neither Beijing nor Washington will allow you to make a decision that will affect the national interests of their respective country.
我觉得
I strongly feel that the majority of Taiwanese wish to maintain the status quo, especially when it comes to keeping the liberal and democratic system of the ROC.
那当然趋势是很清楚的
The majority of Taiwanese wish to maintain the status quo, in which we currently enjoy a certain degree of independence. Therefore, when you ask the populace whether or not they would like to maintain the status quo, the underlying question is actually whether or not they support an independent Taiwan. This undertone becomes clear, especially among the younger generation of voters, among whom the more one identifies with an independent Taiwan, the more one is likely to support the status quo.
If you ask, what is the status quo of Taiwan? The answer is also very simple. That is, not to declare independence and not to accept unification.
独其实不可能做得到
Whether or not to declare independence is a false dilemma, because it isn't something that is currently feasible. Even former President Chen Shui-bian has asserted that it was impossible. The standing president, Tsai Ing-wen's rhetoric advocates that the Republic of China resides in Taiwan. And though it sounds like a backdoor proclamation of independence, vying for independence under the current international, political, and economic climate is nearly impossible.
就好像有人讲我极独啊
There are people who identify with the pro-independence left who say things like, I wish Taiwan would immediately become an independent republic tomorrow. To those people, I say, there's a party called the Taiwan Action Party Alliance that works to realize their goal. Let's see how many people will support this party through their votes. I'm not saying that it won't get any votes, but in my opinion, under the current political climate, these people are in the minority.
如果台湾一旦独立的话
Under the current political climate of mainland China, President Xi Jinping will be forced to send in the People's Liberation Army once Taiwan declares independence. One of the main reasons for this is due to the anti-secession law passed in March 2005, in which the Communist Party vowed to use non-peaceful means against Taiwan in the event of a formal declaration of independence. Since the government of the People's Republic of China cannot afford to appear weak and inconsistent, they won't hesitate to use force to carry out their word.
中华民国
What do we, the Republic of China, want? Where is the future of Taiwan headed? This is an undeniably serious dilemma we all must confront. I believe that we, the Republic of China, are a sovereign, independent country. In regards to whether or not we should unify with the mainland, I think we currently lack the necessary conditions.
在香港反送中的活动过程中，
The Taiwanese people and media are naturally concerned about the anti-extradition law amendment bill movement. We at Business Today have also sent our reporters to conduct many on-site interviews. What they said stood out to them the most was the unanimous consensus of Hong Kongers. People of Taiwan must keep fighting the good fight, they said. What they mean by saying this must give us, the Taiwanese people, pause. Amidst the protests and riots, what the people of Hong Kong are truly vying for and concerned about is a democratic society secured by the rule of law. In that regard, they are looking to Taiwan for inspiration and guidance. As a successful democracy governed by law, I believe how we progress onward would be a beacon of hope to all who desire freedom and liberty.
一个所谓一国两制，
The promise of one country, two systems should have included freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, and democracy. But the people of Hong Kong now realize that it is almost impossible to ignore the influence and will of Beijing, thus destroying the trust needed for the premise of two systems. Students of Hong Kong now feel like their way of life is on the brink of being annihilated. They have grown disillusioned of the promise of two systems, which, in their minds, have already become one.
No matter what it is, one country, two systems, or one country, one system, it is not our decision. We, all of the Taiwanese people, have the right and responsibility to decide the future of Taiwan.
未来中华民国的前途
The future of the Republic of China should be decided by the 23 million people living in Taiwan.
这个台湾人的感情因而啊，
The emotions of the Taiwanese people have come together and combined into a single flow of consciousness, the Taiwanese consciousness. That is to say that we, the Taiwanese, shall break free from the destiny of always being under the control of other powers. We will dispel the notion made popular by historians and musicians that Taiwan is just like a wanton dance girl who will prostitute herself to anyone and everyone. To them I say, wrong.
民进党整个党
The DPP has upheld a consistent belief since day one, that is, to respect and comply with the decision of the people. A political party has the right and responsibility to guide the people toward a specific goal, but they also need to acknowledge that the people have a mind of their own. When the people refuse to comply with the government, they're making a statement through their actions. That is why the Taiwan Independence Program of the DPP had to be changed to the 1999 Resolution on Taiwan's Future. It is the DPP's way of accepting the people's decision to continue to use the name Republic of China. Ergo, a political party cannot be so hell-bent on preserving the purity of their ideology that they cannot keep up with the ever-changing times.
We do not intend to present an appearance of peace and consensus, but to reveal the fact. Under the pressure of the vicious infiltration of our enemy, Taiwanese have no better choice than to be united with each other. In this episode, we have seen the consensuses shared by different political parties. In the next episode, we will present to you what opportunities we have in order to maintain our status quo and move on to a better future. You will see different opinions from different political affiliations. Stay tuned, you'll discover a totally different reality.